Hey, welcome back. I wanted to start this episode off with an update to our flower farm, but first I want to show you exactly how many flowers, dandelions that we have to get. So all of these green shulker boxes are the amount of dandelions that we're supposed to have. See, that's 69 um shulker boxes. And these 12 that I'm standing on that's separated are all filled with dandelions. So we have a lot of work to get done. A lot of, I guess, AFKing and stuff like that. So I just want to show you. Oh, well, you get to see that. So all of these, except for the last one, is full of dandelions. So that's good progress. But over here, you can tell it looks a lot differently than what it used to look like in the last episode. I think it used to be just one of these, and there was no like pink wiring. So I want to go over. We doubled it, and we made like these dispensers. They hold water buckets, and it automatically shoots out water, so they all go collect into the stream. Let me show you the redstone, and I will say I'm not a redstone expert. I'm gonna say this like every time. So if I have something that's very inefficient, which I might do, and I probably do, it's just I'm not a redstoner. So the blue line, of course, powers the pistons, what we talked about earlier. But the pink line, this obviously shoots out the water. So how do we start it? So we activate the piston, and it's it powers this line, which also powers the pink line, which unpowers the redstone torch, which unlocks this hopper. So the clock will actually work, and this was not made by me, and I just got this off of Reddit. So this is the credit. So this comparator turns on, and it powers through this block onto this redstone. The observer picks it up, and then sends a pulse to the lines over here, which gets sent to the dispenser. So it is fully automatic. I haven't had any problems yet because I like thoroughly tested this, and it was so much work, and it was not very fun. But the only problem is that sometimes the water will turn the grass into dirt. But that's not really something I don't think I could fix. So I'm about to show how this activates. Actually, over here I shortened, or not shortened, I made it more compact. So the observer, there's a redstone piece of dust right there, which is on the block, and then the redstone dust powers the block, which powers the dispenser. They don't have they don't have bone meal in them yet because they eat up so much bone meal, but I have a bunch, though it takes a minute to AFK for the bone meal. So we have a few blocks. The only other problems with this farm so far is the collection system. As you can see, we don't really have one fully set up. I'm going to change this so it's a lot more prettier, and it sorts out everything. But under here, let me show you. With this dirt, as you can see, there's mine carts under the warped block, and they go into hoppers. The only problem with this is that the hoppers aren't really fast, so we're gonna have to figure out another way to make hoppers a lot more faster so they go into chests quicker, because it starts to back up the collection. And I want to show you what I mean, but first I have to, let's see, we have 6 of these, so I have to put bone meal in all of the dispensers because it eats it up so quickly. And I also think I want to turn all the seeds and the other flowers into bone meal. I don't think it'll be fast enough, to keep up with the demand for bone meal, but I think it would be a lot. It would be a lot of help having extra bone meal, and we're probably gonna have that same issue where we need faster hopper speed, and there is a raid over there. Wow, the spear killed both of them at the same time. There we go. So, moment of truth. Let's activate this lever. So, obviously it powers the pistons and it powers the bone meal. And this, it starts to shoot out the wool into here. And when it does, yep, it activated the redstone line, the comparator into the redstone line, which sends a pulse to here, which turns on the water and turns it off. It's actually pretty quick. I thought it would be a lot slower and we'll see a lot more dirt or grass turn into dirt, but I think it works very well. But as you can see already, we have a lot of buildup. So that's really the main problem that we have so far. I'm going to turn this off because it eats up a lot of bone meal. Yeah, we have a decent amount of bone meal gone. So that's really an update on the farm. We probably got a few stacks of dandelions just showing that off. Oh, oops. We also do have a bit of problem where sometimes the seeds and stuff will pop out. And that is because when the pistons push the grass blocks, there's a gap and seeds and drops can go inside of that gap and then they get pushed through the piston into this area down here. So every once in a while we have a bunch of, just loose flowers and seeds. But as you can see, just from like picking up the loose stuff, we got a stack of dandelions. And so if we just check this out, let's see. We have a few more here. We have plenty over a stack already, you see. And yep, 2 stacks and a bunch more coming in. So yeah, we already have 5 stacks. And that was just like 3 or 4 minutes of just letting it run. So yeah, we have 12. I don't know the math for how many dandelions this is so far, but I'm pretty sure this is over 10,000. Hopefully it's over 10,000 because this takes a lot of time and we just dump everything here. Yeah, that's the progress on the dandelions, the 100,000 golden dandelions that I need when the next update comes out. Here we are in our big version history project. As you can see, I've changed a little bit of it. Started the bedrock side with Pocket Edition. I've changed the floor. See, there's still a creeper face. And I've added a roof. I think the roof looks pretty good. We're just going to keep it extending it the whole way. We have skulk, we have dark oak slabs and stairs. We use quartz for the floor, quartz pillars as the creeper face, and we started on Bedrock Edition with the Pocket Edition, the demo that was first revealed at E3 in 2011, and this is what a screenshot looked like. And the reason why I'm here is because I want to work on this more. Hopefully, I could work on at least one of these sections every video. So that's what we're going to start to do with this video. So as I explained last time, this is actually an incorrect amount of blocks. This is 9, I'm pretty sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 9. And this is supposed to be 8, just like this this flat area. This is 8 by 8. The bedrock place is 8 by 8. and that is wrong because that's 9 by 9 or 9 by 8. So we're just gonna have to shorten this by 1. I'm not gonna destroy everything, and then we're just gonna, make the floors, and then we're gonna empty out an area for Bedrock Edition. So the floor is pretty easy, but we do not have enough, I'm pretty sure. All we do is we just clear out the floor. The lighting, pearlescent frog lights, is because I want to have a rail that just goes down the entire way, so you can get on a minecart and you just see the versions automatic without like having to walk. So that's what that's there for. Let's see. We need our flashing light, shulker box, and we need our. I know we need skulk for the roof. There, and we have plenty of skulk. I like skulk. It's a really good block. We're just gonna put those back. And we are going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 blocks long. I think we're just going to go to here because when we shorten this, this wall will also be here. So we're gonna get started. Honestly, I might just go ahead and make the entire floor out of these frog lights, just because we have so many and we have a lot more at the base. The entire floor is gonna look like a line of frog lights. I did a little bit more than just make a strip of frog lights. I added a quartz floor and I dug out a few blocks to add in the skulk and the dark wood, dark oak wood. So it's just a really simple pattern. Just, place the skulk, and on the remaining stone, you just place the dark oak wood. But I feel like it creates a really nice effect, especially with the skulk because it's an animated block. And I just really like skulk as a block, as a building block. If you can't tell already, I use it in a lot of builds. The worst part about this project is the amount of concrete that you have to craft, put into water, and collect. Hopefully Mojang does something to fix this, because this is going to take a while. So this is the fun part. We are doing Pocket Edition, the alpha version 0.1, and we're going to go ahead and build what it looks like. So we need a lot of grass. Let's see how much grass we have. Yep. And for Pocket Edition, I want to do something special because these versions added touchscreen. So I kind of want to make a little touchscreen interface. I'm not sure how hard that could be, but we're just going to go ahead and build out what the terrain kind of looked like. It's kind of hard to, let's see. I'm kind of making like a hill. See what I mean? And it's just gonna keep on going up like that. Like, check that out. And then we're actually gonna put this one back one. And put it like this. Let's make this curve in a little bit. And I am using a pickaxe to mine grass, even though I have a pretty good shovel. But see, we have kind of like hills. It's kind of a bit steep. So let me change that a little bit. Let's see. Well, how can we fix this? They're pretty simple. That looks a lot better. So in the screenshot I'm using from the Minecraft wiki, there was a few trees. So let's just add a few trees. I do need leaves though. And the trees all have the same texture, so I don't want this in the middle. I want the middle to be kind of open. There we go. And let's see how many leaves we have. Absolutely no leaves. All right, give me 1 second. And so I collected some leaves. We're just gonna pretty basically that. Let's add a log inside of the leaves so it doesn't look pretty weird. Like that. I don't know if they should be the full size. I don't know, they'll probably take up too much space, and this is pretty small. But we're not done yet because I want to add something interesting. So observers, they have, what's that, an arrow. They have an arrow, obviously. And you can change the direction of the arrow, but you have to be facing away from it. And that's what the touchscreen controls are going, I want to look like. Because the arrows, you go left, that, and then you can actually add another one for the jump button. Because I'm pretty sure there was 2 jump buttons. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to, let's see, should we put this on the floor? So it's not, like, in the way. Okay, that one's going to be tough to put in. Oh, okay. And you see, simple as that. So that's the touchpad controls. I don't think I'm going to actually add a jump button. I think that could look better with a dispenser. Get my dispenser out. Yeah, that looks so much better. So that's the Pocket Edition Alpha 0.1. See how simple it is? And that's just pretty much what we're going to be doing for the rest of these, just doing whole versions. So for the last thing I wanted to do today, and this is really simple, is I used to have a tree farm near this area, and I just want to go ahead and put that back. So we're just gonna get a bunch of smooth stone slabs, and we are just going to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're just going to replace that and put it back with smooth stone slabs. Let's see. I think that looks good. That's fine. It's just a pretty quick build. So we have, make sure I got this straight. I want to do 2. Or we have, yeah, we're gonna need a lot more stone slabs, but that's what we're going for. So yeah, we're gonna have a whole area that kind of looks like this. I'm not really going for much decoration because I want it to look kind of like what it used to look like. I think I used diorite blocks diorite slabs instead of smooth stone. But come on, smooth stone looks so much better than diorite. So we're just gonna go ahead and not use that. You know what? We're gonna add a little bit more decoration. We're just gonna make a checkerboard pattern with stone slabs, mostly because I don't have enough blocks. I'm lazy, but I just want to make it a checkerboard pattern. So pretty simple. Just gonna do that for this whole area. And this is what the tree farm looks like when it's completed. Oh, we have a tree grow already. It looks pretty crazy. I added the acacia for a bit of color, but it kind of looks like a mess. But I promise there's an order and it's not just random. I think it looks good though. But that's about it for today. We have run out of time. Have a nice day and goodbye.